All right, recap time. Today is, gosh, where are we? Today is June 17th, 2021. I'm just trying to pull out one of my screens. I think it's that one, yeah. So, yeah. So, today was also another good day. Uh, Panicked a bit, but today we did some pretty good trades. I think as far as some of the trades that I took today, some of them I was really good. Some I could have done better. Some, one was really bad. One was really really bad, and I wasn't very happy with that one. But we managed to get back from that. But so my first trade in the morning was on Facebook. Now, the idea was this. Where is it now? Okay, so this is a 2 minute chart. Normally, I start off with a 2 minute chart in the morning just to kind of get a gauge of what I'm doing, or just to kind of see how price is opening. And sometimes it gives me a false sense of stuff. Oh wow, this was the actual wedge, and I plotted that. But anyway, so yeah, so this was the idea, and most stocks in tech were following the same pattern. So if you look at it this way, this is yesterday's trading range. This was the day before, and I've tried to show this sort of the overall trading range. But again, I'm not entirely sure if this is correct because we have a double top here, and we've come down, but we've come back up to test. So maybe this isn't even the right one. But I have another one. Is it super clean? I'm not entirely sure if it's super clean. Is it clean? Definitely this. I mean, it could be this. I mean, and therefore, if this is the case, can I actually? Let me actually. This is a 2 minute chart. That's the problem. There we go. All right. Yeah. So this is a good one. So I think this also works on the default. Yeah, same thing. And this is essentially how we've been moving. So 1, 2, 3, and I think we're going to double top here, and we may be coming back down, and then maybe even go down. But I think this channel, this was a spike, and I think this channel is probably going to start going sideways for a bit, or even go down. I think we've gone as far as we can. We can't seem to break this high. But so the idea was when I looked at the price in the pre-market this morning, I saw one thing that kind of gave me the idea that we were gonna go up. And we had a parabolic wedge here, so we pushed 1, 2, 3. I wasn't sure whether this was the first push, but then again we had another push here. This was a double bottom as well, so this was a good place to put my stop. So when price started coming out, I just took it long with 200 shares at the open, and I think I got out over. It was just a very quick scalp. Just kind of went in, bought 200, put my exit just about there, my exit target, and got like the 233. The only reason I just wanted to catch that quick volatility at the open, and that was it. I never traded Facebook after that. It just kept on going up, and I still haven't mastered how you trade these. But then as I look at this now, I see that actually we did have a range here, and I was probably okay just taking it up as these bars were printing. If we look at this on the 5 minute chart, you can see that maybe what I could have done was just plotted these this supply region here, or at least this range, the top of the range here, because at the end of the day, that's what it is we're trying to do when we're trading these things. This is what, 5 minute, 15 minute. Okay, let's use a 15 minute. Yeah, as you can see, this is the high we're trying to break, and I don't, we can't even. We seem to be keeping into this level here. So this in itself is a double top, almost a triple top. So you have this range if you want to just kind of mark it. So this is the trading range that we're trading in. So I probably should have just left my order and just left the trade going till we got towards the top of the range. now I see it in hindsight. At the time, I wasn't looking at this, and that's why it's so important to look to the left. It just gives you a sense of where price is headed and where the sellers are. So I initially thought we would drop here because of this wedge, but as I look at it now, I realize that this was just one push, this was the second, and this was the third. So this should have been corrected, and it should be this. And I think the moment this happened, especially as these are the longest bars in this range, I should start looking for should start looking for a signal to go short. Here's another nested wedge, and I think this was my signal, and this would have been a beautiful trade down. But I think at this time I was trading Tesla, and I was trading this portion of Tesla down. All right, anyway, and did it? Yeah, it came, kind of stopped at VWAP. This would have been beautiful had I sort of seen that. All right, so that was Facebook. The next one that I did when I finished this at the open was Tesla. And with Tesla, I took a short. That didn't work out. No, where are we? Oh no, here we go. Tesla. So I took a short at the open. Now I look at this and I ask myself, why did I take such a short? But at the time, I wasn't seeing it that way. Let's look at, so this part of the open, we had these two bars, and I was looking at the 2-minute chart at the time. No, this isn't it. This is something I need to fix with my trading. So price rallied up, came here, went back up, came down, and we started printing these bars. I had a supply zone over here. And we started printing these bars, and I thought, okay, we're going to go down. The moment this bar printed above this, I thought, oh, damn, we don't even have a double top here. So this is just a pullback. This doesn't look good. I had quite a lot of contracts in and exited my, I exited my trade after that because it just did not work out. So I left. I had a very big hole in my account and decided to just leave it. Then I went long on Tesla. Where did I go long? I may have gone long afterwards. Oh, yeah, this is what happened. I had a channel. No, why is the channel not showing? Was it in... or did I delete it? I must have deleted it. No. What's that? Imbalances. There we go. Yeah. So I had this channel drawn. Now, why did I... when did I go long? I went long on Tesla, which is when I bought 200 shares. Show trades, does it work? Again, this probably doesn't. Yeah, this thing's not been working. All right, so I went long. Do you know what? I could probably even check my P&L thing and it will tell me when I went long. Monitor, filled orders, Tesla, where are you? So I went long with Tesla, not calls. Oh, did I buy calls? Ah, I did buy calls. Then I bought some shares, but when did I buy Tesla shares? Okay, cool, I bought the shares here. All right, so I went long on some Tesla calls. I think I had quite a lot of contracts actually. 8, 10, 15 contracts. And I bought them at 947, 948. Okay, so charts, let's go back. 947, so round about here. Okay, cool, I see what happened. So I went long. Once this bar had broken out, I went long on this bar, took it all the way here. It pulled back, came back again, and I saw this double top and started to sell, and I just sold everything. I was aiming, this level would have covered all my losses from here, but I didn't hold long enough. And then I now went on to Nvidia, which was a beast. And I should have only just traded Nvidia today. That's all I needed to do. but I was so distracted with so many other things. So Nvidia, as you can see, just went parabolic all the way. We've been training this tiny range, and this has been a wide range as I've seen it, but yeah, it just exploded here. So everything went. Oh yeah. So why did I go short on Tesla? Now this is the reason why. Let's look. This is pre-market. So I don't know why I thought this was the range. I thought this was the buy zone. This was the sell zone. I thought we were going to reject on the top. So if we take the pre-market data off, just before price, this was yesterday's price action. We were here, so I assumed we were going to come back down here. But something told me, now as I look at it, I realize that, nah, that wasn't right. Because we opened here, we tested here, we pulled back, and we tested again. So if you look at it from that perspective, and this is something I've noticed, is that whenever price is coming up to the resistance, when it pulls back, it should pull back down. But instead it rallied up, and I thought we were going to make a double top, but we didn't. We went even higher. This, I thought was going to be a head and shoulders bottom and top, but we didn't. We actually came and we broke out, and that's where I had to get out. I'm not sure. Maybe in future, what I will do next time is, I don't know. It's so hard to gauge. Someone might actually argue and say it's best you go on this. You wait for this to happen, and then you can decide to go long, because this is the resistance, and we were breaking out. So this was also the retest, and this was a great entry to this breakout. As you can see, even on the 15-minute chart, you have that there. So that was, maybe waiting could have been good, but I was convinced we were gonna come down, even though in the past when I've traded like this, whenever we channel down like this with Tesla, what tends to happen is we don't go sideways at all. We instantly change trends. So if we just go one way, we change trends. So here, whilst we went down, then we went up, tested the top, came back down, and then went back and broke out. I could have just done that, but instead I didn't. I thought we were gonna come back down and go sideways. So I don't know, maybe I put too much in again. All right, now I went to Nvidia. Now Nvidia could have been better, but at this point, when you've already taken a loss on a trade, you're never really too happy. So whilst Tesla's doing what it was doing, I went on Nvidia and I bought some shares. I was still in Tesla at this point. I bought 160, I believe, or 100 shares, and then just bought them around here and just let it go as high as it could. So at the time, when I bought those shares, I think it was about here. Price went all the way up here. Then I got out of the shares. Was it on this bar? And then I decided to play some options, and I bought 10 or so contracts or 20 contracts, and then just went up just this far. And it looks stupid seeing all this. Or no, maybe it was here. I got in and then got out here. I know I only took about 5 or 6 points for my options. Then I started playing shares all the way up. And also because if we take this off, this was not the measured move that what I measured was, this was the target, 740. So I thought when we were at 740, we were already at our target. And I think when I was over here, I just could not see how. Even though you should always wait for a double top, this I thought was the end. But then again, as I think about it, no, it wasn't, because we still had this target. And I could have just stayed in. When I see these big bars, sometimes I get a bit scared because I'm thinking we're exhausting. But this is a sign. And then also look, double top. So this is always a sign that the trend has ended, or it's going sideways from now. So I could have just held on to my options and then just played them all the way up. But I think I was just too focused on my P&L at that point, and I didn't want to lose any more money, and that's the problem. I need to stop focusing on the risk especially when you're in a breakout like this. I have to admit, I'm a lot better. I'm a lot happier with how I played this breakout, because in the past, I never seem to catch breakouts. I tend to not know how to trade them. You can see very few red bars in them, and I should have just held from here to here. There was no reason not to. Yeah. All right. So that was Nvidia. Then I went back to Tesla. I think at this point I was now just looking at how price was moving. Where did I play? Okay, so we were just hitting supply areas. This is another supply area. I took them off, but it was just forming gaps. Or okay, this wasn't a gap, but still, it wasn't creating enough room for sellers to make money. Here, it just rallied all the way up and then got to this supply area. And at this point, I got in short with some contracts, got here, then it pulled back and it got negative, and I started getting really anxious. My channel was a bit tighter than this at first. This is a 2-minute chart, obviously, so it gives you a different view. My channel was a lot tighter the first time when this broke out. I had it like this. Then I started adjusting it, making it wider. Then I saw these bars and I thought, okay, maybe I've not done it properly, so I adjusted it like this. Yeah, then this broke out and I thought, oh crap. Then this showed and I thought, okay, maybe this is how the channel should look, something like this. Then it just kept on going. So at one point I just gave up, and then what did I do? I just started to plot a resistance, and that helped me a lot. And then counted the legs. So 1, 2, 3, exhaustion. And when I saw this came back down, I thought, okay, this is definitely the high, the lower high. So now I can join the highs. I can use that to trade down. So this bar appeared, then it went longer and longer. I stayed in here, and then I got out some just at this bottom. It's funny because when this was happening, I kept asking myself, this should break the bottom, shouldn't it? This could be a range, right? And I thought, I think the candle just kept playing games with me, but it never ever touched its open. Then it came down, I took some off, and then I think I fully got out at the bottom of this candle. And then as you can see, we had like a final leg here, and then price decided to go back up, which is just at the VWAP. And that was all my trading for today. Also, it was funny because as I kept trading, I kept looking at, and I should stop looking at this. I was looking at this. I was up, I think, 1,800. Then I got excited and somehow did not exit. I was up 1,800 unrealized. When I exited at the market with options, exiting at the market is never always a good idea because it will never fill you in at what your P&L tells you is unrealized. So it went from 1,800 to 1,400, and yeah, I was just like, oh man, here we go again. And that's when I now played the puts on Tesla, and that covered this humongous loss from the open. Nvidia could have been a lot better. Facebook, as I said, was just a quick scalp from the open, and everything else was, as you can see, was concentrated on Tesla, which was just some shares, and then some options. Yeah, I bought some calls afterwards. Should have held the calls to cover this, but this is when I exited at the market. Went all the way down from, I think, 800 to 290, and then this time I didn't. I exited the first one at the market. And I lost a bit of money. Actually, let me say, not all of it was filled in at the right price, and I just left the rest and used limit orders to exit. And then this one, I think, was a bit higher. Yeah, can't remember. Anyway, so this is my trading day for today, and so I've had a look at Tesla from a higher time frame. I have an idea. So tomorrow there is a chance we may have some big fall on Tesla. So if we look at Tesla from the 4-hour time frame. Let's put it on structure. So on the 4-hour time frame, we have this. And then we have this. It looks a lot cleaner on TradingView, but so anyway, prices come up here. Let's actually use the 1-hour time frame or 30-minute time frame. Yeah, price came here to the T. This, I saw this earlier without actually plotting it. I charted this in TradingView, shared it with the chat room, and I said, okay, we've got this bottom, this one. So this is the new support. This is the resistance. Yeah, so this is the resistance, and what we have is, I don't know, I feel like we are going further down. Yeah, I just don't know. And I'm anxious because I have Tesla shares at an average price of about 766. So Tesla right now is 600 and something. So it looks like we may be going further down, and we may break this support down to 400 and something. And if that is the case, I almost want to play puts on Tesla, but I don't know. Let's see how this goes. It looks like we will come down, and in that situation we would have 1, 2, 3, it's a triangle. We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a triangle. So I don't know where price will end up, whether we have more favor with the bears to break this support, or because we've hit this 3 times, whether we would have a bounce. Only time will tell. But as we can see, there isn't very much room left. So this is going to be very interesting to watch over the next few days. I reckon possibly by next week. No, not next week, the week after. This is the end of the month, right? No. Why is there a red line here? Maybe it's the middle of the month. 18th, okay. Well, anyway, possibly by this point, or even this point, we should, because I reckon tomorrow, because this is 2 days, so tomorrow we may get here, and then here, and then the day after, we could head up here, and then go sideways for a bit, and at some point, pow, break out. And if we break down, we should have this sort of price action heading down to test this. First of all, testing this, then testing that. Or we go up, like Neo's doing. Yeah, Neo, did it get to 48? No, it didn't. I have Neo shares with an average price of 48. So, oh, that is actually really encouraging. So Neo 2 had a similar triangle. We had it from here and here, and then we broke down. I think, I don't know, I may be wrong because it hasn't touched this high, so maybe it wasn't a triangle. Point is, we did something like this, or maybe this was just a down leg and this is just a breakout. The point is that whatever it is, Neo is in an uptrend. Alright, so that's my trading for today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm always very wary of Fridays, so I may just be very cautious in my trading. I'm not going to try to hit huge numbers like I did today and yesterday, because having a bad day on Friday can wreck your entire weekend. So I'm just going to hold off and just wait to see what happens.